So, is it true that when I think about, say, for instance, my relationship with my mother and my stepfather, and I start to go down the path of being with the need or what feels painful, or like I don't want to give it enough energy, that I'm creating the drama, that I'm creating reality in the stuckness, and yet I want to recognize what's true enough that I can release it. Does that make any sense? Like, do I need to just shut up and just...
You need to ask, first of all, whether there's a call for you to do anything at all with regard to the relationship. Whether you need to take any steps or do anything, or to let it rest as it is.
Are you saying it's appropriate to let it rest as it is?
No, I'm saying you need to ask that. You need to get simple in your questions and not go too far down the road.
I think I tend to feel a lot of fear, and so I don't know that I am feeling clearly.
Then you need to become still enough so that you arrive at the point where the fear is absent, and then ask and listen, so that the answer does not come through your fear. Your real need at the moment, I will tell you this much with regard to your parents, is to know whether or not anything needs to be addressed at all, or whether, for lack of better words, you need to let sleeping dogs lie. Sometimes you tackle things that don't need to be tackled. And I'm not going to lead you any further with regard to this.
I guess it's kind of coming down to this feeling that I've been having lately, this question of reality versus not reality, and problems as reality versus not reality, and probably shouldn't go there right now, but
I'm not going to go there right now.
it's sticky, because they seem really real, and they're our path to our awakening. You know, it's just like the body stuff that we were talking. It's the path, and so it's real in that sense, and at the same time...
What's the path?
I don't think I need to...
Pain.
That is.
What was the word he said?
Pain.
Pain.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what form it comes in.
Pain is the way the expansion of your fulfillment is experienced when you're resisting the unfoldment. But what is underneath the pain is the answer to the pain. Now I'll give you one more hint. You're trying to do something you don't need to do. And that is providing the resistance. That is the form your resistance is taking.
Because I'm trying too hard to wake up.
You're trying to do something you don't need to do. Abide with what I'm saying, and it will make sense. I am using very specific words with you. That will click into focus for you, even though no one else knows what we're talking about. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there any need to address Petra's question?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Don't we all need to know that it's okay to feel the raw pain, to feel the pain, to feel pain, that we will be okay, to let ourselves rawly go into that feeling of pain that is there. I've felt it. And I don't want to let anyone tell me that it is. No. I've discovered that I was pushing it away and in denial of it. And the release and freedom that I felt in letting myself go into that pain with you present along with me, and the healing and help that I got in the comfort knowing that I could and will be okay, and I can let myself feel the pain of not only my own pain from love withheld in childhood, but the pain of starvation and the pain that we experience in life and the defilement of the rivers and the natural resources and all that pain there. I want to be clear.
Technically, that's okay if you're not a masochist. But those who are masochists will get into their pain and relish the pain and experience it fully and abide with it fully and get pleasure from it. And it will not serve to move them because that's not their goal.
What do they do with it?
It doesn't matter because you're not them. When I talk to them, I'll tell them about that.
Yeah, totally.
I do not recommend exploring your pain. I also do not recommend ignoring it. Your pain is pointing to a resistance to truth that you're engaged in. Feel the pain enough to genuinely ask to know what the truth is that's being blocked. And then listen genuinely. Feeling pain can be very ego-satisfying.
Okay.
And it is best to avoid the entrapment. I'm going to say this. If you have blocked your pain successfully, and you have stuffed it and stuffed it and stuffed it, and you don't think it's there and you don't think you're feeling it, there is a point at which you will have to feel it. And you will have to let it come out. It will come out under pressure. But when it's let out, it will rush past you and out of your experience. It will not be something to feel and feel and feel and feel.
Yes.
In those cases, yes, you have to go into it fully, but in those cases you don't have any choice because it's a spontaneous release that you didn't ask for. The ego thrives on misery. So don't, as a general practice, explore your misery. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Yes, I was speaking to that part that you just addressed, and I don't know.
But you see, you didn't choose to explore your misery there.
No.
Your misery came up.
It was a movement and it was cleared.
Right. It was an expelling.
Yes.
But commiserating about how miserable you are can go on indefinitely. And you can feel your pain, and it will be a delicious experience to your ego. And it will serve to justify your continuing to be asleep, because it will justify self-righteousness and judgment against your brother, or judgment against God, or against the world, or against the situation.
It broke me open, though, to really feeling more of life than I'd ever experienced before.
The spontaneous breakthrough did.
Yes.
Not a relishing on your part of feeling misery.
Correct.
Right. So let's be clear about that. Are we clear?
We are. Thank you.
You are welcome. Feeling the problem, researching the problem, studying the problem, keeping the problem in front of you, will never lead you to the solution. It's been said, you can't solve the problem from the level of the problem. You can't resolve ignorance from the level of ignorance. So don't explore your ignorance. Don't document your ignorance. Say, okay, I'm ignorant. Now, what's the illumination? What's the truth that I'm ignorant of? I want to know what it is I'm ignorant of. I don't care about the fact that I'm ignorant. I don't care what a fool that makes out of me. I don't care how I should feel about being ignorant. I want to know the truth that replaces the ignorance. You don't have to go and explore all the definitions of matter that you're apparently limited by right now. All you have to do is look at your body or the glass or anything you see and say, I know that if that exists, it's spirit. And the substance of spirit is love. And love is light. And I want to have an illuminated experience of what it is. That invitation is what breaks down your isolation and allows penetration of the truth to occur and register with you as it has forever been intent upon registering with you. I have said before that the Holy Spirit is your divinity held in trust while you dally with the ego. Well, the moment you stop dallying with the ego, all the rest of you that you've been ignoring, which is the real you, will begin to pour in, because it's already you, and always has been, and has been not only waiting patiently, but I'm going to say, because it's dominant, that it has doggedly insinuated itself through your defenses, persistently and consistently, as long as you've stayed commitment to your limits, and it's winning. Even though it can't move you faster than you will allow yourself to move. But that which is pushing you is your capital S self. Bringing back the experience of oneness that you haven't succeeded in destroying, even though you've succeeded in ignoring it. So, you know what? You don't go out and study what the defenses are that you're using. You don't get to know what the ego really is. What you do is you begin to ignore it and reach out beyond it. You desire to know what's on the outside of these boundaries, called ego. And as I've said, the one thing the ego can't defend itself against is disregard. And when you decide to reach beyond those limits and be open to what is there beyond the limits, it weakens the ego structures, and it can't do a damn thing about it. And then you begin to have breakthroughs. So no, don't get into your pain. Don't research it. Don't research your limitations. Don't give the focus there. Find out, ask, what is it I'm blocking? That's causing, no. What is the truth that I am resisting, and by virtue of that resistance, causing myself pain for? And then leave the recognizable call for correction that your pain is, for the correction, for the answer. Your ego cries and whimpers every time there's a weak spot where the truth is about to come through. That's a threat to your ego. And it wants to reinforce that weak spot. So come on, feel your pain. Feel how awful life is, you know. Get into conflict within yourself. You see, because it's threatened. Whenever you're feeling pain, it's because breakthrough, penetration of clarity is about to occur. If you're experiencing pain, you know you're resisting something. And you can say, okay, I give up, I'm going to stop resisting, and I specifically want to know what the capital I it, the divine it is that I'm resisting. I want to cut through to the it that's going to be my salvation. It's going to have to be my salvation if it's such a threat to my ego. It's got to be good to me if it's so bad for my ego. You see? Okay. What an afternoon. What wonderful things we have talked about. So, I have these last words. Be lazy. I said at the beginning, don't be lazy, but be lazy. Meaning, let's all zealously yield. And yield by engaging your curiosity every moment of every day, because no matter what's happening, it's the kingdom of heaven awaiting your clear experience of it. And so every moment is an opportunity to be curious, to have that clear experience, that what you would call transcendent experience. Every day, every moment, every event is potentially the threshold of your waking up. Because the real thing is not waiting off in the future for you. It's right in your face. Have a ball.